Hello and welcome. I'm not a financial advisor, and the things I tell in the videos is not financial advice. What I'm trying to do in this YouTube channel is to review crypto projects as good as I can. In this video, I will try to review Celestia project. Let's start. While I'm recording this video, Celestia project is located at 47th place on CoinGecko ranking, and it has a market cap of $1.7 billion. This market cap information is not correct right now because the circulation supply is not correct. We will calculate it soon. First, let's go to its website and try to understand the project by looking at its slogan. The slogan is telling us Celestia is the first modular blockchain network. Actually, this is not correct. There are many others, like modular blockchain networks, but according to its style, we can say it is the first in its own style. There's another explanation here. It is telling us Celestia is actually providing consensus and data availability. And by using this consensus and data availability, we can create our own blockchains. And this is the correct explanation for Celestia. We will try to understand the project better in a minute. First, let's go to CoinGecko and check the supply situation and the details. If we go to CoinGecko, the CoinGecko telling us the total supply is 1 billion and the maximum supply is infinite. These are correct. The total supply can be confirmed by clicking the Explorer page of Celestia. In the Explorer, on the top, you can see the total supply is 1 billion. And the maximum supply, if we go to documentation of Celestia, we will see there is 8% of inflation right now, and it's gonna decrease in time. But it is infinite. This is correct as well. But the circulation supply calculation should be done by using the Celestia's Explorer actually, but Explorer is not telling us about the distribution of the Celestia coins on the wallet addresses. So if we check Google, we can find some correct information, and depending on those correct information, I can tell the circulation supply is around 300 million. And it is telling us this project right now has 30% of circulation supply. And according to this circulation supply, we need to recalculate the market cap. As you can see, the number here is 145 million. If we multiply this with this current price, we can find the market cap. But since the circulation supply is not correct, since the circulation supply is doubled actually, we need to multiply this with 2 and we will come up with a number like $3.5 billion. And it means Celestia is not located at 47th place right now. It should be located at 25th place. So this is a deep note. We can continue now. If we go down a little bit, we can see the chart. And Celestia has been listed on CoinGecko for the last 3 months. And the circulation supply is 30%. And it has been listed on CoinGecko for the last 3 months. It means that the project is actually a very young project. But even the project is very young, it has been listed on many exchanges, including Binance and some other large exchanges. This is because Celestia has raised some funds around $50 million and paying this budget to the listings and for the marketing and for the development of the project. So before going into the details, let's try to make a quick summarize. According to the supply situation, the risk is between average and high. According to the chart, according to the price, the risk is between, again, average and high. According to the exchanges, the risk is nearly zero, but there is still a very small amount of risk. Let's continue with GitHub. They have over 100 shares on GitHub, and nearly 90% of them are real and connected with the project, and 20 of them are being updated regularly. The GitHub situation is good for a project which is located at 25th place on CoinGecko. If we go to the Twitter, we can see they have over 200,000 followers and the shares are being made regularly. The Twitter situation is also good. So let's go to the web page now and try to understand what this project really is, how it is working, and then we will check the website very quickly. To understand this project, we need to understand first what a blockchain has in it. So to understand what a blockchain has inside of it, we need to take some sample blockchain projects. So I'm putting some rectangles here. They will be representing some blockchains. This one is Ethereum. As you know, on Ethereum we have some layer 2s and rollups, etc. I will put Polkadot here. It has its own parachains. I will put Cosmos in here, and it has own blockchains connected by using the interchain protocol. And in here we can say Solana, Binance, these are standalone blockchains, we can tell. And in this video, we are trying to understand TIA, Celestia. So first of all, we need to remember what a blockchain has inside of it. The blockchain has many elements, but in this video, we will only mention the ones we need to mention for understanding TIA. A basic blockchain has 4 layers inside of it, and these 4 layers on the top, this is the transaction, and this is the delivery. We can say delivery. Yeah, I'm trying to make the things simple. And the third one is the actually consensus one, and the last one is the data layer. And all these blockchains, even the huge platforms, even the standalone blockchains, they're all having these kinds of infrastructure. And TIA also itself has a proof of stake blockchain, and this proof of stake blockchain contains all of it. And this proof of stake blockchain is coming from Cosmos SDK. They're using the Cosmos libraries to build their own blockchain and it's proof of stake. But what TIA is doing actually is different than only having a proof of stake blockchain. They are telling they have a modular blockchain infrastructure, and this modular blockchain is coming by separating these elements. They took consensus and data layers together outside of this structure, and they have an infrastructure with only consensus and data layers. And TIA is telling we are providing the consensus and data layers from our infrastructure, and anybody can build any kind of blockchain on top of it. If you want to create your own blockchain, you only need the transaction and the delivery layers, and you can connect them to the Celestia infrastructure, and you can create your own blockchain very easily, your own coin and your own blockchain. And you will use the consensus mechanism from TIA and data layer from TIA. What TIA doing for the data layer is they're using Amazon services, Amazon cloud services. For the consensus, they are using the data sampling technique. I will not tell more about this data sampling technique. And we can think it is increasing the speed, and it is helping us with the fees on the blockchain. So this is not a regular consensus mechanism like proof of work blockchain has. This is another kind of consensus mechanism. It is making things faster. So by providing this service, TIA is trying to be the number 1 consensus and data infrastructure in the crypto industry. So by doing this, if many people create their own blockchains on top of TIA infrastructure, TIA will be a huge platform like Ethereum. On Ethereum, as you know, there are lots of layer 2 rollups. These layer 2s are connected to Ethereum, and actually this system is working similar to the TS system. The layer 2s do not want to involve with the consensus and the data layers. That's why they're using Ethereum's consensus and data layers, and they're building a very light and fast infrastructure. Actually, the same thing is happening in TIA system, but the main difference is If you want to build a layer 2 rollup on Ethereum, you need to create it Ethereum virtual machine infrastructure. But if you want to create another one, you can use the TIA's infrastructure, and even for Ethereum virtual machine, you still can create and use the TIA infrastructure. So actually, TIA is providing a wider range of services if we compare with Ethereum. So what TIA coin is doing in this system, the role of the TIA is, if you want to create your own blockchain by using only these two layers and using the TIA's infrastructure, you need to pay some fees, and it should be in TIA coins. Also, TIA has its own proof of stake blockchain. You can stake your TIA coins and you can pay the transaction fees on TIA blockchain. So that's the basic idea for TIA project. After understanding this, if we go to the web page and have a quick check, things will be better for us. So after the slogan, there is a build link. If we click this, it's going to forward us the build details. If you want to build something on Celestia, you can come to this page. You will find all the links and you will see the ready infrastructures to use them. And the number 2 link is explore. If you click that, you're going to explore the ecosystem first and then use of TIA and how to run a light node. These are light nodes because, as you know, data availability is being handled by Amazon services. Celestia is handling only the consensus part. So the nodes are actually doing a very light work. That's why the nodes are the light nodes. Let's check the ecosystem first. When we come to the ecosystem, we will see some famous brands in here, as you can see. These are all connected with Celestia. They are using the Celestia's infrastructure right now, and they are real. So according to the ecosystem, Celestia is getting a plus point because they already have many connections with the industry leaders. If we click the use TIA, we can go down a bit and we can see the role of the Celestia TIA coins. As you can see, this blob space is the thing that you are paying to use TIA's infrastructure to create your own blockchain. This is the paying with TIA. Secure the network. This is a proof of stake blockchain infrastructure. You can stake, you can run nodes, and you can pay the transaction fees as gas token in TIA's own blockchain. And the wallets are the same wallets with the Cosmos ecosystem because Celestia has been created by using the Cosmos SDK. Yeah, we mentioned that. So we explored, and there is a link in here also, run a light node. We go to this page. What is a light node? It's describing us. Then it's forwarding us to the documentation to create our own light nodes. But using and creating a light node and serving as a node on this network right now is not bringing any TIA coins, so there is no incentive in here. The team should think about that. I don't know who will mine for what right now. So if we go down a bit on the web page, there is a Learn Celestia button in here. If we go to this page, it is describing the network to us very clearly. This page is describing a lot besides the documentation. If we go down a little bit, we're gonna see the build link again and deploy it again. We already checked them. If we go down a bit, ecosystem, use TIA and run a light node. We already checked them. If we go down a bit, we can see the community part. We can see the social links. There is a forum. If we see a forum on a blockchain network, it means they're really discussing things in a written way, and it is a good sign that project is legit. So they have a nice forum in here, and all the other social links. I will not go to that social links. If we go down a bit, we're gonna see the blog page. If you go to the blog, as you can see, they're sharing the blog shares nearly every month. Things are going smoothly. Only the last 1 month is a bit silent, but there is no problem about that. If you go down a bit more, we come to the end of the page. As you can see, there are 3 sections in here. Developers, if we click developer portal, it's going to forward us to the build links again, documentation and GitHub. We already checked them. In the resources part, describing the technology, it's just a showcase for the technology. Only the words is happening here. There's a glossary explaining the terms. There's a blog We already checked that. There's a podcast link in here. If we click it, we will see the podcast shares of the project. They shared many podcasts, but it has been stopped for the last 2 months, as I see. But they're still doing some Twitter spaces on their Twitter. You can check them. There is a resources link in here. If we click this page, we can see the blog shares, we can see the videos, we can see the podcast, white papers, all of them in the same page. There's a resources link in here. We can see them. And in here, miscellaneous, the company details, the terms of service, the privacy policy, the carriers, they have two job announcements right now, but I think they're not real. And the last one is team. We are interested in with the team. And these links on the top, they are containing the same things with the others, so I'm not clicking them. So let's check the team. The team part for this project is very important because they're carrying this project. The team is very famous. The team members are very famous. If you check all of them, you will see nearly all of them has past experience in the crypto industry, blockchain industry, and the top four is very famous. Nearly all the crypto industry knows them. And as you can see, there is Mustafa, Ismail, John, and Nick. You can see the details under them, but I will mention only one of them, Mustafa. If you check about him on YouTube or in other sources, you will see he is actually a hacker in the past. He has already hacked CIA, FBI, Sony when he was 16 years old, and then the United States banned him for using internet for 2 years, and they banned him to encrypt, decrypt things for 5 years. So he knows the value of being decentralized, and then he started to work in this area. And he created Chain Space first, and then Facebook acquired it. And then now he's in this team, and they're working on Celestia, and they have created a modular blockchain infrastructure. And as you can see, the team is strong, but we still need to be careful. The good thing is we can see the team on their YouTube channel as well. If we go to YouTube and write Celestia and then filter by channel, you can see they have a YouTube channel, and this YouTube channel is really active. They have been sharing many YouTube videos, and as you can see, we can easily see the team members. They're real and they're working on the project. So this is a positive thing as well. So we check the website, we try to understand the project, and then we check the web team as well. Let's go to the CoinGecko again and try to analyze the project in our perspective. So I will mention the negative things first and then the positive things. The first negative thing is project is located at 25th place right now, and it's an early stage projects. The project is very young. It's creating some risk. It's a very high rank right now. So I think it's gonna get some sell pressure if there is no strong bull market in front of us. We need to be careful on that. And the circulating supply is nearly 30% right now. Young project, it's normal, but it's creating a risk as well. We mentioned the price and we mentioned the ranking. I will not go to the graph in detail. There's no problem on the exchanges as well. But the main negative thing is this blockchain project is a bit different than the others, like Solana and the others, Avax, the popular blockchains. They are benefiting from the trends in the crypto industry. If NFTs coming up, they're benefiting from that. If the games coming up, they're benefiting. But Celestia is on the other part a very different perspective, a modular blockchain. If the trends move another way, Celestia may lose its attention in the crypto industry. So this is creating a risk as well. And we said good things about the team, but all of them coming from other projects. It means that they left their first jobs, they left their first projects, even if even they were the founders. They sold or they left somehow. So it's creating risk that maybe in the future they will leave this project as well. So we need to understand it very carefully. And this is a modular blockchain network. It is nearly open source, nearly all of it, and it's creating risk about being hacked as well. Yes, we have a very strong hacker as a CEO, but we still need to be careful. There are some other hackers. We need to be careful about that. So these are the negative things. If we talk about the positive things, yes, they have raised some funds around $50 million, and the project is already listed on many great exchanges, large exchanges. And the main positive thing is for me, the GitHub is showing us they are strongly working on the project. This is a very positive thing. And we know the team is strong, and we can see the team on their YouTube channel. The blog shares, the YouTube shares, and the GitHub shares are resuming. It means that the project is being developed continuously, regularly, and these are the positive things for me. So, and this project has also, besides the negative and positive things, it has a very strong potential to be a very great network, because this modular blockchain perspective only providing the consensus and the data layer actually is a huge thing. Because if you want to create a layer 2 blockchain, if you want to create a roll-up blockchain, if you want to use Ethereum, you have to use Ethereum virtual machine network. And if you want to use Polkadot, you need to create your own nodes. If you want to use Cosmos, and if you want to create a blockchain connected to Cosmos by IBC, you need to think about your nodes as well. But if you want to create something new, a new virtual machine, Ethereum virtual machine or Cosmos virtual machine or another thing, if you create one of them, if you don't want to think about the nodes, if you want to be flexible on the nodes, if you want to use the Celestia's infrastructure, yes, things will be easier for you. And if so many people do this, Celestia will be very busy and will be very popular, and everybody will pay the fees in TIA. So it's going to bring some value to Celestia, and in the future, maybe in the middle term, in the long term, Celestia has a potential to be another Ethereum, and it has a wider, perspective. So, but as for now, it's located on 25th place, as I mentioned. Let's try to understand if a bull market comes up or a bear market resumes, what will happen. 25, let's write in here. If you ask me, this project should be around 40 to 70 or 40 or 80 place right now. So for me, the rank is currently is high, should be a little bit lower, and it means that this project may lose some value in its coin, so we need to be careful about that. If a bull market comes up very strongly, of course the project's price will rise up, and then if the bear market comes up after the bull market, I think the price may go lower than the point it has started. So we need to be careful about that, because the project is very young. The circulation percentage is 30%. We did not hear about any kind of hacking yet. It can happen, we don't know. We don't know the team motivation and the relation between the team members. So there are many risks right now, because the project is still young. After a bull market, if a bear market is coming, we need to be careful about the price. And since the ranking is really high, we need to be more careful about that. But if the bull market is not here yet, and if the bear market will continue for some time, the price will go down a bit. But they can use their $50 million fundraising. They can come up with some great news, and then the price can increase sometimes, and then it's gonna go down again. But if they have any kind of problem about hacking, about team, about the circulation supply, these kinds of things will create huge dumps if the bear market resumes for some time. So we need to be careful about this also. So as for me, I try to tell everything I understand about this project as simple and as correct as I can, but please do not forget, nothing is financial advice in this YouTube channel, and you need to do your own research before investing anything. And please careful. Hope you have a great time, and see you again.